5-yard line. Nathan Sparks making the play.
That's a big play by Sparks because that saved what was a good gain from becoming a major gain. A good quarterback draw, and Sparks holds on to James. There wasn't a whole lot behind him if he hadn't been able to hold on.
They've moved from Graymont to the parking lot, actually, so it's second down from the 45. Get closer. Good time to throw, and a great catch at the first down marker, and still on his feet inside the 25. Gets a block, and he's going to go the distance. DeAndre Green caught it right at the 30. Got a couple of nice blocks. Also shook a tackle or two, and scores on the big play, and that makes it a 21-0 Blount lead.
Well, so often when you're watching games on Saturdays and Sundays with the big guys in college and pros, they talk about the excellent receivers not only get open and catch the ball, but what they do after they catch the ball, and that's the story with DeAndre Green there. Another excellent pass from James, and then Green did the rest.
54-yard hookup on that play, and they'll go for two. The eye set, couple of tight ends, one wide out to the near side. Go with a play action, a couple of receivers there. They floated in the end zone, and it's caught.
Got 1 foot in.
Great catch in the back of the end zone. Once more coming up with it was Michael Miller. He scored on a touchdown pass earlier and gets the 2-point conversion there, and we'll see the touchdown play again.
Green gets lots of time from his offensive line. Then he throws the bullet. Good catch by Green. James gets the time, and then the catch by Green, and look at what he does after he catches the ball. And from there on, and a good job blocked outfield also by Miller, who wound up catching the 2-point conversion. But Miller, just in case, he didn't want to let that other guy catch up.
It's a sophomore. Just a sophomore, and he's making catches and runs like that. Absolutely incredible.
Well, we've talked about the explosiveness of Blount, and there you saw it again. And that's got to be crushing to Zach. They had pinned them back and set up a 3rd and long. They look like they're going to get the ball back, and instead they explode with a 54-yard touchdown pass and then the 2-point conversion.
8:50 the time on the clock here in the 3rd, and Blount threatening to put this one away early. Try to field it at the 16-yard line, and getting up near the 20, I believe, was Knopp. Hard to tell as they come out of that pile, but the Sacks will start off 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line, and got to put something positive into this offensive drive. Not necessarily a time to panic, but you've got to do something to make Blount defense respect you offensively. They'll go with a new look here. 3 wideouts to the near side of the field. Lone setback is Graham. They'll throw the quick out. That's a lateral, and the catch is made by Bo. Good call, good play up to the 25, a gain of 6.
Yeah, they're down 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. That's what they would need to take the lead, so there's no doubt about it. They got to get serious now. They got to start to put together some drives and score some touchdowns.
And you like to see that from the head coach, Bobby Joe Johnson. You don't want to completely trash the game plan, but you may want to alter it when you're down 23 points. This is a state championship. There's no reason to leave anything in the bag.
And that was a play we haven't seen yet, a nicely executed play for 6 yards.
Hargrove was the wing to their side. They leave it to Graham, and he gets near the 29-yard line. So 2 plays, picking up nearly 10 yards, if not the full 10. That should be enough, if not for the first, then at least for a measurement.
Good job by Graham to pick his way through there. Some of the Blount supporters.
I'd be in traction for a month if I tried that. From the 29, that will be a first down. You're glad I'm not giving it a shot, aren't you?
Yeah. And God help us if they ask me to join in.
Nothing uglier than that, boy. 7:40 and ticking here in the 3rd. Full house backfield, tight ends to each side. So after looking wide open, they go back to the wishbone set, and big hit applied as the ball carrier gets across the 31. I believe that is Knopp on the carry, the fullback. Yes, it is Blake Knopp, senior fullback, 5'11", 175.
Jared Ellis for Blount, number 52, made that play stay inside, and where he had lots of help.
Bobby Joe Johnson, hoping his team can keep this drive alive, came out of retirement to resurrect this Sacs football program, and he's done an excellent job getting the school in the state title game for the first time ever. They go back with that same lateral look to Bo on the far side of the field, and another late flag coming in. Real late flag, and it's going to be a clip again on Sacs, and just like the play called against Blount on its last possession, it's really senseless, coming so far behind the play.
Yeah, that hurt. They had a chance to start putting the drive together, and now they're going to be faced with second down and long yardage.
Blount's good enough defensively. You don't need to do anything to help him.
So far, there's been really no surprises in the Super Six.
You're right.
The favored teams, for the most part, have dominated things.
Maybe the only mild surprise being Fayette County, although they were undefeated coming into the game in 4A against T.R. Miller. Miller had been in the finals 3 straight years. And getting out of bounds after about a 4-yard pickup was Green. Big hit across the way. We're trying to pick up the number. I'm sure Green would like to know the number of that truck that popped him as well.
I think it was DeMont Friesen.
You're right.
Not sure, but I think that's who it was. We'll be able to, yeah, that's who it is, number 50. Well, no, excuse me, Friesen. Here we go. There's Friesen making the hit. That was a good hit. Whew. You look at where Green landed, it made it appear as though he hit him out of bounds, but he didn't. He hit him right at the boundary. It just went flying that far.
Yep. Friesen trying to help his team win the state championship. He may have won the shot put state title that time with Green. They'll go with a little shuffle pass, and it's incomplete. Incomplete pass.
Yeah.
As they try to go to Graham there. Of course, the player's reacting as though it were a fumble, but it is incomplete, and it'll bring up a punting situation for Sacs. And once more, that explosive Blount offense will get the football.
Good call by the officials, and you know, Chris, we as fans are always quick to point out when the officials make mistakes. So let's remember to give them credit in the 2 games I've seen today. I think the officials have done a fine job.
I think so too, and that is so important in any game, but obviously a game like this, you want the players to have a chance to decide, and that's the way the officials want it to. Green with another high kick, and this one actually hits a Sacs player, and they'll throw the flag on that one. I think interference will be the call, but definitely inadvertent.
They could cut him right on the hat.
Nobody hollered incoming.
He was the most surprised one on the field. I don't know if we'll have a replay of this one, but it sure did look funny
for
live.
his sake. I hope we don't. Have a hard time getting that helmet off of him. He got driven down a few inches.
He's just running downfield doing his job on kick coverage, and all of a sudden, boom, right in the head.
Really a tough break for Sacs because interference with the catch is called, and so they'll mark it from the spot of the infraction, I believe.
There's a good running back there, Graham, and a good coach as well. Even though they're losing tonight, don't forget what all these teams have done all year long just to get here.
This is one that'll hurt for a while, but 5, 10, 15 years from now, they'll really be able to appreciate what they've done. Morissette on the carry. Gets into Sacs territory once more near the 46. Gain of 5+ on that play.
Well, when you think about all the teams that lined up to start the 5A season, back a few months ago, and then it comes down to these two, and there's only one team in each division that's going to end their season with a victory. Everybody else ends with a loss. So Zach, really a good job just to get here.
And a big turnover here. Maybe they can get back in this thing, but Blount hoping that it will remain status quo as Lott picks up the first down and a whole lot more as he gets down to the 26. 7th carry for Mr. Lott. 70 yards now. Not a bad average for a fullback. 10 per carry.
First down every time you touch it. I think that would work.
He and Morissette combining for 153 yards together in this one. Morissette 11 carries for 83 yards and a score. Aaron 6 times he's carried the football, 15 yards. He's the team leader coming into this game on the ground. Sherman Lee with the only other carry offensively for Blount. To the air. James with a receiver. It's tipped, broken up on a nice defensive play. The defender there for sacks, Ryan Wells, step for step with the intended receiver.
And even though Ryan made a good play and almost intercepted it, it also got a little hairy there after he did not intercept it, because the ball almost appeared as though it could have been caught by the receiver.
I think they were going to go back to Reed on that play, and he was open. But a great play by Wells. 2nd and 10 from the 26. 3 wide out look, as we have seen many times. Morissette goes into a pile, and this time he stays there. I was a little hesitant to say he was down, because 2 or 3 times tonight we've seen the pile seem to have him swallowed, and all of a sudden he'd pop right out.
That's what I was about to say, Chris. That's one of the very few times I can think of all night long where they just stopped him with the first hit.
And he stayed stopped.
Yeah.
Clock moving now, under 4.5 to go here in the third. 23-0. Blount on top of Sachs. And a little slow getting the play called.
Bringing on some fresh players.
Yeah.
Play clock at 10 and moving.
Hurry up to the line. It's at 6, 5, 4. They're going to have to snap this one in a hurry. It's at 2. It's at 1. And well, they just did get it off. Quick snap, and James to the air. He's got a receiver, but just out of the reach of Marlon Reed. He goes back to him once more.
Just barely overthrown again. And even though James has missed on a lot of passes, he's still impressed me, because he's either hit his receivers right on or he's missed in a safe spot. It's a sign of an experienced young quarterback. And they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Kind of in between right now when you look at the 4th and 8 situation, but they're at the 24, so out of the range of the field goal. Just go for it. They'll go across the middle. They got the completion, and they may have some points as well. Diving for the end zone and getting in was DeAndre Green. 2nd time he has scored. And Blount may have put this one out of reach.
Well, it's almost like the last time they scored. Watch the replay as another good pass by James hits Green, and Green, like he did before, finds his way in the end zone. And it's similar to the last touchdown in that it was just a case where Sachs thinks they have him stopped, and they hit on a big play for 6 points.
Hill to try the extra point. Snap, hold, kick. 2 out of 3 were good, but the most important one was the kick. It is no good, and that will leave the score at 29-0 in favor of Blount with 3:46 left to play here in the third quarter. And as if the news could not get worse for Sachs, starting quarterback Josh Green out for the game, possible broken arm. He's got a cast on that left arm, and the news just continues to get worse. We'll talk more about him in just a moment. Want to thank Metro Cellular again, another one of our sponsors here on the Alabama Cable Network. A pair of locations in the Birmingham area for you to call. On South Side, telephone number is 9875 in the Alabaster area, 664-0014. Metro Cellular is a Bell South mobility agent, and they've got some great deals going on right now, so we encourage you to call one of those two phone numbers for Metro Cellular and find out on the latest great deals they have for you there.
I think Blount's winning this game because of the purple tape they put on their shoes.
That good luck tape.
Where do they find that?
I don't know. But Graham, fortunate that goes into the end zone and automatic touchback in high school football when the ball does go in on the kick. But let's see who will trot out as quarterback now for Bobby Joe Johnson's squad. It appears that Tyler Haynes, a 5'9", 146-pound junior, will get the call. So Josh Green goes out. 4 completions, excuse me, on 8 attempts, a pair of interceptions, only 35 yards in this game, but he is the team leader. The handoff goes to Knox, and he picks up a couple, not much more. And you know, you want to go to the air. You want to try to open things up offensively. If you're sacked, you have to do that. But yet you've got an inexperienced backup in at quarterback.
And you're deep in your own territory too. And you don't want to turn the ball over to them right away. So they really got their backs up against the wall. It's a rough situation. You can see the Blount fans don't feel so bad about it. They're feeling pretty good. They made a pretty long trip up here, and looks like it's going to be worthwhile.
Go to the wishbone attack. Pair of tight ends. And they'll leave it with a new running back in the game, or not new. First time we have called his name in a while, though. Chris Cheatwood, senior tailback. For Cheatwood, that is his 3rd carry.
Some of the Sacs fans there on this side of the field.
3rd down, about 2. Clock moving under now, 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd. They'll give it to Graham. He's got the 1st down. So Sacs able to hang on to the football for opportunity, another set of downs. And I think if you took a poll of a few Sacs fans, they would tell you they're not too shocked by the way this game has gone. Very excited to be back, or to be in the state championship game, but knowing they're heavy underdogs against a very experienced and very talented Blount High School team.
Yeah, Leopards are really good. There's no doubt about it. Sacs take nothing away from what they've done to get here. It's been a great year for them.
Yeah, they've had to knock off some big rivals en route to this championship game.
Boy, that's one of our lonely guys.
Keep him up there and keep an eye on him.
He is up there. Probably a little bit cooler and a little bit windier up there. Hang in there, pal. Doing a great job. As are all the crew at the Alabama Cable Network.
2nd down carry. Doesn't result in much at all. Sacs fans haven't given up hope, especially not the cheerleaders, trying to keep the crowd in it.
Doing their job.
Trying to keep them in the stadium. Actually, there's a few folks headed out. I think those are the neutral fans. Probably not a whole lot of Sacs fans that have made their way out, but those that have just come to see the 5A title game without a preference as to who will win, making their way to the exits. That is Haynes running for his life, and he's brought down near the 34. Great team defense by Blount, and they can smell blood right now. You can tell that.
Yeah, you put them in this situation, it makes it very tough for Sacs. They're going to have to punt the ball away. And
4th and 10, and now we got to look at another punter.
Yeah, and it's Ryan Wells as well. Or it's Ryan Wells.
Either way. Either way. So a new punter in the game, and he takes his time, and it's off a nice kick, nice high kick. They'll have some men down in coverage, and they look for it this time. He goes out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Blount High School, 12 minutes away from a state title, on top by a score of 29-0 over Saxe. We'll be back with a fourth in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Mark Friedman, but you can call me Spud. And this is my partner, Dave Shepperly, and we're the co-hosts of The Golf Show every Tuesday night at 9 on the Alabama Cable Network. We replay on Wednesday afternoons and Thursday mornings, but we're interested in your calls. We'll show tips, we'll give you advice. You'll even see pictures of Dave playing a hole or two with a local professional. Call in, tune into The Golf Show. If you like golf, we know you'll love it. Every Tuesday night at 9 on the Alabama Cable Network.
The Christmas season is one filled with parties and shopping. But have you ever taken time to reflect on the real meaning of Christmas? Watch the Gulf Coast Christmas Festival for an inspiring look at one family's Christmas. You can see it on Comcast Cable 6 Friday night at 9, Sunday morning at 9:30, and again next Monday, December 23rd at 7 p.m. Don't miss it.
We get ready for the fourth quarter of action here tonight. I want to remind you the Super 6 championships are being brought to you by the following presenting sponsors: Alabama Power Company, Buffalo Rock Mountain Dew, the Birmingham News, the City of Birmingham, South Trust Bank, Sports First Baptist Health Systems, Steel City Crane Rental, Thompson Caterpillar, and by these participating sponsors: Nike, Hibbett Sporting Goods, Allegasco, and Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alabama. We appreciate what they have done to make this Super 6 possible.
And I appreciate what you just did to make this cup of coffee possible.
I know you'll enjoy it.
So, keep me warm up here. 1st and 10 for Blount from their own 47. Some new faces in the game, but Morissette, not a new face. Number 23, the ball carrier.
Night.
He really has.
And another late flag comes in the backfield. Came in the Blount backfield. Going to be holding.
Seen quite a few of those, and that's the thing that can make a game of this type drag on a little bit. You've got a lot of young guys that aren't really used to being in this type of situation. They're very eager with it being a title game, and quite often you'll see a few more penalties, maybe the ball on the ground a few more times as well.
Well, the only hope now for Saxe, they got to get a big play somehow on defense, turn it into a score, and just keep it going.
Big burst back near the original line of scrimmage, as on that carry was Leonce Williams, sophomore, 5'11", 175. New quarterback in the game is Tyrone James. Aaron James and Tyrone James. Tyrone, the junior quarterback, 5'11", 165. I don't know if they're related, but they got to feel like family tonight.
Yeah.
2nd and 11, we'll call it, from the 46th. Again, they'll go to the first man through, and not much there.
They go with that fullback a lot when they run the option.
Especially those newer quarterbacks in the game. They want to go ahead and take that first option, get rid of the football.
There you go.
You make the mistake with it. Yeah. I'm not going to do it.
That's right. Big third down play here for the Saxe defense. There's still a little hope left for them. They got to make something happen, though. Good play.
Good job defensively as Williams again gets the call. But Blount will be forced to punt, I believe, for the first time this half.
And so Saxe will get the ball back, but again, the only way they're going to make a a miraculous comeback in this game. They need some big things to happen, like a punt return here all the way or something like that. Otherwise, it's going to be Blount winning another state championship, which would be no surprise. They are a tremendous football team.
This is more the character time for Sachs.
Yeah.
Quick score, maybe something can happen, but in essence, they're just trying to play for some respect right now. And a mistake in the special teams, back to the 5-yard line, going down and fielding it there. Chris Cheatwood able to get back. Check that, not Cheatwood, it was Josh Robertson. And not an easy place to start from.
Yeah, that's
but it hasn't been easy at all tonight.
That wasn't what they were looking for right there. Watch it again. Looks like he's got it, but he just misjudged it. It glanced off his shoulder pad, and then he says, uh-oh, I better go back and grab that. Here they come.
Looking for a hold to hide in right there. Got an official's timeout with 9:43 left to play here in this Class 5A state championship game. Blount leading Sachs big, 29-0. You know, it's kind of ironic as we remind you that this is the place to watch University of Alabama men's and women's basketball, also women's gymnastics. For more information on programming here at ACN, that telephone number on your screen is toll-free across the state of Alabama, 1-888-823-9972. And Lee, as I was wanting to say just a moment ago, somewhat ironic, one of the reasons for bringing the Super Six to one site, playing all the championships at one site, is because a lot of schools were complaining that the home team had the advantage, and you were seeing some lopsided scores.
Yeah. But
we have seen a few less than competitive games, I guess the best way to put it, in the second half, and these are played on neutral sites.
That's right. Well, there's some programs that are just so very strong.